Good morning, student. Today we are going to learn about MTI radar. After the completion of this session, you are able to define moving target indication and Doppler effect. Draw the block diagram of MTI radar. Explain the operation of MTI radar. Discuss the advantages and disadvantages. First, we start from the moving target indication. Moving target indication is the process of showing the echoes coming from moving targets in the radar display of the radar, for which we use MTI radar. MTI radar is used to detect only movable target, but in practical applications, radar receives the echo signals due to stationary object in addition to the echo signal due to that movable target. The echoes coming from stationary object is known as clutters. Clutters are the unwanted signals. For this purpose, radar uses the principle of Doppler effect for distinguishing the non-stationary target or movable target from stationary target. What is that Doppler effect? Doppler effect. According to Doppler effect, the frequency of the received signal will increase if the target is moving towards the direction of radar. Similarly, the frequency of the received signal will decrease if the target is moving away from the radar. Means if we assume this as radar and this one is the target, then if the target moving towards the radar, then frequency increases, and if the target moving away from the radar, then frequency decreases. Then we go for the block diagram of MTI radar. Let's see the block diagram. In this block diagram, we use two local oscillator, one named Stallo, the other named Coho. Stallo means stable oscillator, Coho means coherent oscillator. The basic principle of MTI radar is to compare a set of received echoes with those received during the previous sweep. Moving targets will give change of phase and are not cancelled. Thus, clutter due to stationary target, both man-made and natural, is removed by cancelling out each other. So, first we go for the mixer 2, which is a part of the transmitter section. Mixer 2 generates the transmitter frequency, which is obtained by the sum of frequency produced by the Stallo and Coho, means F0 and Fc. The sum of F0 and Fc is the output of the mixer 2. Then the output of the mixer 2 given to the klystron amplifier. To the another input of the klystron amplifier, a modulator is connected. The modulator gives supply voltage to switch it on and off. Then amplifier amplifies the input signal and then transmit it through the antenna towards the space where it strikes the target, then return back towards the radar. Then radar receiver section receives the signal. Then echo pulse from the target received by the mixer 1 this one is the mixer 1, which receives the F0 plus Fc, this signal, and also to the another input another signal is given, that is the Stallo signal, F0 signal. Here the both inputs are compared and the different signal is given at the output of the mixer 1. That different signal is known as intermediate frequency. The amplifier used to amplify this signal is known as IF amplifier. Then the output of the IF amplifier given to the phase comparator, which is also known as detector. In general term, we know that detector demodulate the signal and recover the original signal. Here the detector compares the amplified IF signal with the reference signal obtained from the Coho oscillator and gives an output depending upon the phase difference between the two signals. Then the output of the phase detector given to the delay line. The delay line is a filter which is known as also delay line canceller, which eliminates the DC components of echo signals received from stationary targets, and it allows the AC components of echo signals received from non-stationary targets, means moving targets. Then the output of the delay line amplified by the amplifier 2 and given to the subtractor. At the same time, undelayed output of the detector is also amplified by amplifier 1 and given to the subtractor. Then for a stationary target, the two input of the subtractor, when subtracted, these will cancel out each other. However, for moving target, the two input of the subtractor have different magnitude and will not cancel out each other. So here we only get the result of moving target or non-stationary target. This much is the explanation of the block diagram. Then we go for the advantages. Advantages of MTI radars are: MTI radar can distinguish between moving target and stationary target, as we discussed before. Then it uses low PRF to avoid range ambiguity. PRF means we have discussed it before, means pulse repetition frequency. Then it is used in air surveillance. Then disadvantages. First bit of disadvantage is blind speed does not get detected by pulse MTI radar. What is blind speed? Radar blind speed at which the target cannot be measured by the radar. This occurs because of the relationship between the transmitted pulse repetition time and received pulse repetition rate. It can be calculated using a formula V equal to lambda by 2 into PRT, pulse repetition time, wavelength and the velocity. The last disadvantage is they can have Doppler dilemma. What is that Doppler dilemma? Doppler dilemma states there is an inverse relationship between the unambiguous range and the ambiguous velocity. When pulse repetition frequency is low, unambiguous range is high, but that results in a low velocity. Like that, when pulse repetition frequency is high, unambiguous range is low, but that results in a high velocity. This much is for today's class. Thank you.